I said it was going to be a clown show.
Okay.
From the jump. I mean, the fact that anybody with some brains know Mike stepping in there with this motherfucker is a cash grab. It's
Yeah.
got to be about bread. I mean, this cat is, if not the number one, he's probably next to the number one YouTuber and influencer. I guess he just got some body spray deal with Walmart. That was that yellow can that they
Yeah.
kept
Yeah.
spraying. Um, he saw for, they said he got 40 mil. Ebonics, Mr. Ebonics was right last week, man. They said that Mr. Tyson was cashed out to the tune of $20 million, and they said
Hmm.
that Jake. I don't know about if this is true. They said Jake gave him another 5 million. I think my problem with the whole situation is, man, um, it just looked bad for a bunch of reasons. Mike legs was bad. You know what I'm saying? He almost tripped coming out that motherfucker. He had a knee brace on.
Yeah.
And then I mean him being in that ring, to me, he could have did a lot more. He did. I mean, he just looked like, I'm about to get this check. Fuck all y'all who got something to say.
Yeah.
I understand that y'all paid, but I'm not knocking motherfuckers out in 37 seconds anymore. I'm gonna do these little 2 minute rounds. These 2 minute rounds, I'm gonna let him talk like he the greatest motherfucker since sliced bread.
Right.
And hey, it is what it is. I was told recently that Mike did an interview where he said he didn't care about his legacy. So if that's the case, it's nothing for me to fucking argue here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so I was disappointed in Mike. I mean, this is part of the course for Paul. Um, as far as everything else, man, I thought that Lennox Lewis was a fucking clown. I thought that he took every moment that he could to mock Mike, man.
Hmm.
You know, all this dude, all anybody, but especially him, all he kept bringing up was the ear biting situation. Evander was like, "Nah, I don't think you do that again." And homegirl would ask a question, and he was just like, "Yeah, they want to know, do you think Mike gonna bite somebody else's ear?" She's like, "I didn't say that." She said that shit like 2 or 3 times, and I just thought the shit was kind of unnecessary, man. The other dude that was standing with Rosie Perez and oh shit, who was the other guy?
Talk about Sid and the white guy.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
Andre Ward and
Ward was the
no,
only one with sense up there.
yeah, he's good at that. Roy Jones.
It was Roy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not a fan of Roy commentating because he's extra country. I love Roy. He's a great coach and he's a great fighter. He was like, look, when the light turns yellow, you slow down, but then when it turned red, you stop. That's what he need to do, you know.
I
And I was like,
I,
bruh,
I agree
this,
100%. But at
just
least in that
and
countriness, he
yeah,
tried to keep it professional.
he did.
Um, even Rosie was better than fucking Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
To me, I appreciate Andre Ward because when they was like, yeah, she was like, so what do you think of Jake Paul as far as what? You,
Yep.
uh, you
Just
mean
cut that right there. Like this
right,
ain't what we do. You know,
right?
he does what he does, but it ain't what we do. Let's
You mean
just, let's distinguish this right now
right?
before you get off into the weeds,
You
He did that.
mean compared to a real fighter?
Yes, that's
He's
exactly what
improving. I'm glad he got a team around him, but don't get it fucked up. This ain't what we do. And I was happy that he said that. But as far like I really had a problem with Lennox Lewis in there. I'm like, man, show some respect, man. Y'all
that
passed
was
that. You won.
that was nothing but jealousy, man. That was he
Yeah,
mad because he know all the fighters knew was like, damn, one fight, less than a half an hour, 20 mil at this age. Yeah, cash me out. That's why he's doing the extra shit. Because normally you don't hear Lennox talk like that. You hear him at any other fight, you don't ever hear him talking that damn breezy. He was doing that so he could get on. That's all. You see what we doing right now? We talking about Lennox. No other time. Lennox be at all the fights. Don't nobody talk about Lennox Lewis. He's always reserved, calm, chill, and everybody like, damn man, Lennox is, he look good. He just, one word answers. That's it. But now he got to keep his default is, hey, what about that ear situation? You think he gonna bite, something else on somebody's body? It was just awkward. It was just him. That's all. It wasn't, I noticed it too, but he's pissed. He ain't got that bread like that.
What you
Jealousy is a
got, Cuddy?
bitch,
Before
man. I can't stand Lennox Lewis. I never could stand Lennox Lewis.
me neither.
Number one, it begins with I just don't like British black dudes. The only British black dude I like is there's two of them. There's two of them. There's Idris Elba and old boy from Snowfall. That's the
Damon
only
Idris.
two British
Yeah.
dudes. Yeah.
Both Idrises.
Yes.
Well, wait a minute. It's
He's like,
three, bro. It's
what's the third one?
Delroy Lindo, bro. We can't leave out Delroy.
Okay.
Delroy English to the motherfucker. You ain't know that?
I didn't know
Hell
that. Damn, I'm
I didn't know it
years old.
either. I thought
Dang.
that cat. Listen, he's you know how Lennox is Jamaican and these cats are African, but they're British. He's Delroy is what? He's either African or Jamaican, one of the. I mean, you're gonna get some Drizzy probably like it's all the same thing, Aubrey. But yeah, man, that brother's British. To me, one of the most underrated greats.
Oh yeah,
that ain't never kissed a man and put on a dress. Just
put that out there. But I hope y'all didn't lose the irony in the inside joke. I don't know if the Jake Paul and his team did the shit on purpose. Did you see what he came out to?
Oh, the pigeons?
No.
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
Oh yeah.
Remember the fucking Hangover?
Yeah. Yeah.
He still got it.
I thought this shit was hilarious when I heard him come out.
I didn't think about
I was just
that.
like, oh, these cats they're stupid. I was
didn't think
all
about
the
that.
fucking songs. I was like, y'all come out to that. Got it. Okay. I'll hopefully, nobody else picked up on that during the fight. Nobody talked about it. But it just resonated with me when I heard that shit. I was like, y'all motherfuckers doing way too much. And again,
I can hear it calling in the air tonight.
my only thing I got an issue with is I never needed to know that Mike fought with no drawers on. That was something I could have went to my grave and been solid. I never knew he was out there somewhat free balling, in the ring,
Listen,
that shit fucked me up, man. It fucked me up.
I can't
play sports. What's up?
You never play sports with the athletic cups?
Yeah, the cup, but you had that shit. Come on, man. Hell no. You had something over it or underneath.
Yeah, I wore drawers with mine.
Man.
You had your ass out, Cuddy. Hold on. Ebonics. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
Find something out. Go ahead. Get his ass. Get him low.
Let's get to the gun line. Wait a minute.
Get him low.
You didn't wear drawers over yours, motherfucker? Or you didn't wear it over your drawers? I wear mine over my drawers.
Before I answer this question, nigga, let me see both your hands. Make sure you ain't rolling the tip when I tell you this.
Oh.
No. Hey, you got that mic. Hey, you got that picture of Mike in a frame right next to your computer, don't you? Remind me of the good old days.
The baddest ass on the planet. Go ahead, man.
Listen, and I ain't talking about Trina. Listen, hold on. You need to answer this question, man. Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I would wear drawers with them, but they would always bunch up. So occasionally I wouldn't.
Nah, man. Nah.
That's the way you're supposed to wear them.
Okay. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
Them shits already look like if you spray paint them black, they would be something you see in the Blue Oyster.
Yeah, man. You wearing those fleece all-stars. Keep it up, man. Get down in the comments, man, on how you supposed to wear the jock strap. No drawers or some underneath there, man. Some shorts, some athletic
shorts. Comments, man.
Get down in the comments, please, and let us know what you think of old man Ali free balling like Mikey.
I wasn't free balling. I was free assing. Okay.
Yeah, free assing. Okay.
I'm gonna just say this. Oh, go ahead, Cuddy. My bad. Go ahead.
No. I just, watching the fight, all I could think about was these rumors of the contract being that Mike couldn't, knock him out. He couldn't be too aggressive, this and that. And when you rewatch the fight, it's just like you can see it. You can see it plain as day. He would throw a jab, and one jab just kind of knocked Paul off his rocker for a sec.
That was in the beginning.
okay.
Yeah, that was in the beginning. He was like, "Oh shit, this motherfucker. I hope he's sticking to the script." You know?
Right.
Yeah. Because there were no combos thrown by Mike.
Right.
And Mike was the combo king. I mean, body shot, uppercut. I mean, just same hand, and that killed everybody.
Let me say this: they kept saying, "Oh, Mike is tired." That could be, but when you look at how he trained, now Mike was throwing them combos, and somebody else said that they put that fight side by side with the Roy fight, and they said there were certain setups that Mike is known for that you can clearly see him pulling back from Jake, like he just wouldn't throw it, and the way Mr. Ebonics' face was when we talked about that first time Tyson hit Jake. And he said, "Oh shit!" You could clearly see it in Paul's face, like, "Oh, wait a minute." Everybody's like, "Why does this motherfucker keep biting that glove?" I'm like, "Cause he really want to hit this motherfucker for real."
With everything, that's
right. And somebody said that they saw that they caught Paul whispering to his ear, "I got your money." But go ahead.
Yeah, you also heard the ref say, "Stop measuring." If you follow boxing, whatever, tall fighters normally fight like a tall fighter when they fight the shorter opponent or whatever. And Paul was cheating. Old school boxers know how to do it by sight. They know how to gauge the distance, whatever. But he's not a real professional fighter, so he's actually putting his hand out there trying to see exactly where the range. And that's when the ref yelled like, "Hey, stop measuring."
So let me ask you a question. Why is that an illegal? Because I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, that's what you can't do that, man. You got to know what the fuck you're doing. You're supposed to be able to do that in your head. You're supposed to be able to gauge that. You can't just leave your hand out there like that and then let a motherfucker walk into it like that. And that's what he was doing. He was like, "Okay, Mike is right there. If he take another step, I got him. All I got to do is lean in just a little bit because he's right there." You can't measure. That's fucking cheating. And I was like, "Dude, what are you?" I'm looking at it like, "Bruh, come on. You're already the taller fighter." And he's trying to gauge where the fuck Mike is at. But a real professional boxer will watch film and then figure it out in real time. He wouldn't have to do that shit. But he's not a real fighter. He didn't know that shit is illegal.
Right.
He probably trained like that. And they were like, "Dude, pull that shit back." But yeah, that's what the ref was yelling, "Stop measuring." He was doing that shit. It's illegal as fuck.
Yeah. And then I think at the end when he was like, "I want to fight Logan next." Logan was like, "I'll fucking kill you, Mike." And everybody in the audience was kind of like,
"Yeah." But you see who he's trying to call out now?
McGregor. Who?
Yeah, McGregor.
McGregor. Conor.
Yeah.
No, but Conor calling him out because Conor said that he felt like that was some bullshit. He's like, "You gonna challenge a 58-year-old man?" He was like, "Yo, fight me." Conor don't really want it with me. I'm like, I think Conor beat your motherfucking ass.
I think he would.
That motherfucker.
I think he would and be like, "I don't give a fuck about the money."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to put knuckles to that eye. I want to fuck his ass up.
And then Jake is like, I want to fight him. I want to fight him in not a boxing match, an MMA match. But he won't do that. I'm like, bro, you about to die. You finna fucking die. Say what you want to say about Conor, but that motherfucker, that Irishman was whooping some ass.
I will put money on him all day, even if it is fixed. I still put money on Conor on that one because I think he'll give him the business. Either way, I think he'll give him the business.
Motherfuckers, we didn't Conor played the race game during the Mayweather thing, and I personally believe that was something that Mayweather told him to do.
Definitely,
because if you look at that, that's no different than when Money Mayweather fight these motherfuckers on Cinco de Mayo, where he come out with the motherfucking poncho and the goddamn sombrero and shit. But that's not Conor's cocky, he's loud, but the motherfucker can go. And I've watched some of his highlights. I watch him put some shit on the motherfucker's ass.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know who's up next, but now everybody want a piece because of that quick payday. Those numbers don't lie. Everybody want a piece of that now, and this is going to mess with pay-per-view. They said like 60 million people tuned into that shit, and how many? And mind you, pay-per-view is only one night. You got to get a subscription to Netflix. You dig what I'm saying? That's money in the bank. They're gonna keep rolling this shit. And then on the back end, that MVP,
Yeah.
that fucking Jake Paul and his girlfriend's joint.
Mm.
That's their promotion company. So he pulled a Mayweather, on steroids on this one, man. He got a good thing going, with this one. He got that old boy that, he's I guess the face of it. But the owners of it, somebody was posting on TikTok or whatever. It's like, have y'all seen this? And it was like MVP owner Jake Paul and girlfriend or whatever are co-owners, of fucking MVP. So the brother, he did his fucking thing, man. In and out the ring.
I'll say this, man. I was not completely let down by the event. That Barrios fight was good. That shit was brutal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That Barrios Ramos fight.
Yeah.
He was about to get Barrios ass up out of there. Matter of fact, they called it right. It was a fucking draw. The first fight, yeah.
Right.
The ladies, I saw some of that before I had to go get I think I had to go get my daughter, but they were getting it. But I felt bad for the Puerto Rican young lady because homegirl was clearly leading with her fucking head. They showed her butter like 3 or 4 times, man. And that I was like,
especially when you got an orthodox and a southpaw going at each other. That's 99% of the chances of the percentage that's going to happen. A headbutt's going to happen when you have people. But old girl does lead with her head, and she just got robbed by the numbers alone. It was like 110 to 116. It was like, what the fuck was you watching? She threw and all the CompuBox numbers, whatever they said. She out, threw more punches, like over like 50% or some shit like that or whatever. It was something outrageous, but that's why folks be like, man, fuck boxing, and especially the shit like this.
I was glad the trainer called it. He was like, no offense, but she got a big wide ass head.
That it was hilarious. Flat out. Like, she got a big old head. I was like,
it was worth it. That was
like
worth
she did that the last time they fought. It was like, she's a great fighter, but she just got a big old head. The way he said it, man, was just, like he was just fed up. Like, fuck this.
He was tired of this shit. But I mean, hey man, they said Mike threw like 97 punches and landed 18. I think this might be the last cash grab for Mike, man, because I think so many people were turned off. But what I will say is, as far as Paul, he is compared to other boxers, he's a shit boxer. But you got to take your hat off to this cat's business acumen.
That part.
You got to take your hat off to his business acumen and Netflix as well, because now we obviously see that they're venturing into the sports arena because what did Jerry say? We're happy to be getting ready, looking for a future with Netflix.
You see, the NFL done jumped on this too, because now Christmas, Beyonce is doing the halftime show on Netflix for the NFL game. Yeah. So
she got all that money from DNC. Go ahead.
Yeah, Netflix got it, man. They, like I said, it's gonna fuck with that whole pay-per-view thing. Cat's like, man, can I get a Netflix fucking fight?
fellas, we got to do something. There's too much fucking money out here, and we ain't figured this shit out yet. And we got to do something, man.
We can't go out like Paul. I love dude. We could call him a shitty fighter, but we'll never call him broke.
Man. Look, I get in the ring with Mike. Just put me in that bitch. Put me in that bitch.
No, I ain't doing that either, man.
Fuck that for that kind of money.
Right, that'd be the money I need for my rehab when I get out.
Run around in a circle like Paul did.
Roy said somebody forgot to tell Mike it's an exhibition. He was like, I felt every fucking punch he hit me with, and this was during COVID. Wasn't no crowd. It was just them in the ring and the ref.
Yeah,
and Mike was, he went to another place.
Yeah,
that was a fight that wasn't fixed. I mean, it was obvious that wasn't fixed. And, Mike had less time to train for that Roy Jones fight than he did for this fight.
Right. That one wasn't fixed. This shit was fixed. But, and man, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to land my plane here real quick. The main reason I'm not mad about this, I thought about this today as we were getting ready to do the show. The main reason I'm not mad at Mike, I mean, he does do some goofy shit, but when we think about it, man, who was that? Jack Johnson? that was fucking parking cars. He was broke before he passed.
No, that wasn't Jack. That was you talking about Joe, the Brown Bomber. What you call it? He was working out here in Vegas. He was doing, all kind of everything but boxing or whatever.
There you go.
They gave him a normal job, like a greeter or some shit.
Right.
At the casino, because he didn't, the money got fucked up.
They didn't
pay boxing like that back then.
Joe Lewis?
Yeah. I think it was Joe Lewis, Brown Bomber.
I'm happy that Mike is able to get 20 million, 25 million at 58 years old, man.
That's all it's about, man. That's take care of your family.
There you go.
And be able to, rest a little easy. And that wasn't nothing but a sparring session. So my hat goes off to him. And also shout out Jake Paul, because he got the ladies paid too. And he brought them up, and put them on that platform. He got those. He got the ladies got paid on this one.
I thought you meant the ring girls.
Nah, they said they didn't say their numbers, but they said they got paid as well.
I'm gonna ask the Cuddy. Did you see the ring girls?
Yeah, I saw a couple of them. I was out running around. We had a couple of calls during the fight, so I didn't get to see the whole fight. Not until afterwards, but I didn't pay attention to the ring girls. I seen a couple of photos of two that they threw up there, and I mean, they was cold. I've never been disappointed in a ring girl, So
when you watching in high def, you can see the different of the tone of the makeup or whatever. It was just like she was vanilla up here, and then like pumpkin down here or whatever, because of the bronze or whatever. It just looked. I'm not into two-tone chicks, but it is what it is.
They was beat.
It just threw everything off, man. There was a few that were cool, but then there were a couple that were.
It was one in particular.
With the enhancements, Look at this one, low sodium.
Yeah, they had enhancements and shit.
All right, let's get off this shit, man.